Kevin Millwood facing Curtis Granderson. Bottom third, tied at 1, 1-on-1 out. Get out. Granderson, 2-run shot. Lefties are batting just $1.94 against Millwood this season. Granderson's 11. Top 8, Edwin Jackson, Nelson Cruz, 2 on 2 outs, and Cruz connects. 2-run double. That's going to tie the game at 3. Now Jim Leland's stuck with Jackson, and he'd get out of the inning. Bottom 8, 2 on 2 outs, Millwood. Miguel Cabrera, RBI single to center. Placido Polanco scores. It's 4-3 Tigers. It stays that way until the top of the 9th. Michael Young, 2 on 1 out, and Young grounds to second. Polanco flips to Adam Everett. Go cousin. 4-6-3 double play. Tigers win 4-3. Josh Hamilton, DNP.
And then the Twins beat the White Sox down. Bartolo Colon on the mound. Nick Punto lays down the bunt. Wilson Bettamy throws the ball into right field. 1 run scores. Twins lead 2-0. Still in the second. Twins up 3-0. Jason Kubel. That'll be good for an RBI single. And the Twins go up 4-0. But wait, there's more. A whole lot more. Later in the second, Twins up 4-0. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. Michael Kadire not ready for the inning to end. Kadire 4 for 6, 4 runs, 3 RBI. Twins up 7-0. Next batter, Joe Creedy. You know what? I think I'll have what Kadire had. Creedy 6, Twins up 8-0. Cologne 2 innings of work, 7 hits, 8 runs. But it wasn't just him. Third inning, Joe Mauer. That's going all the way to the wall. Denard Span coming around. The Twins up 9-0, and they continue to pour it on. They're up 10-0 now, and they got the bases loaded.
Very long singles.
Matt Tolbert at the plate. Base hit. That'll only drive in 1, so it was only 11-0. Ozzie Guillen seen enough. He goes to the reliever, Jimmy Gobble. 12-0 now. Base is still loaded for Joe Mauer. That's a grand slam. Mauer 3 for 4, 2 runs, 6 RBI. That's his 8th home run of the year. Twins up 16-0. Mauer said, I think a lot of frustration came out today. Matt Tolbert off Gobble. 3-run shot. Gobble 5 hits, 6 runs in 1 inning. Tolbert's first. It's 20-0. Bottom 8. Runners on second and third. Carlos Quentin. Base hit. The White Sox first and only run. It's about time for the sarcastic cheer. White Sox fans say, you might score 20 runs on us, but you will not shut us out. They lose 20-1. 13th time the Twins have scored 20 runs in a game, and they snapped 2 losing streaks with their outbursts. They ended a 6-game skid overall, 9-game skid on the road. The loss matched the worst in White Sox history. And I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to hear what Ozzie Guillen had to say about this loss.
Kansas City, Cleveland, Zach Greinke leads the majors in ERA, .60. Victor Martinez, though, leads the majors in batting average at .400, and he's a .344 career hitter against Greinke. So top 1 on. Here's your matchup, and check's not accepted. Martinez out. KC up 2-0. Top 3, Martinez. RBI single off Greinke, who gave up 2 runs in the inning. He called his pitching stupid afterwards. Top 4, Indians down 3-2, 2 out, 2 on. Martinez, oh, that's smarts. Strikes out looking to end the inning. Greinke, 6 innings, 2 earned, 8 strikeouts, and then the Royals bullpen completely implodes. This is Jamie Wright giving that up to Johnny Peralta. Shin-Soo Choo scores from first. Indians up 4-3. And then Martinez doubles to right in the top of the 8th as Drupal Cabrera and Grady Sizemore score. Indians win 8-3. Martinez goes 2 for 5, 3 RBI. Greinke's first no decision in 9 starts. We wore him out. In St. Louis, Cards looking for their first sweep of Chicago in more than 2 years. Albert Pujols, he'd gone 7 games without a homer, but he's got the fever. 14th of the season against just 12 strikeouts. Did he just take out the I in the Big Mac land sign? He did. He knocked the lights out of it.
I think that's a rite of passage right there.
That's a solo shot off Sean Marshall right there. Look at that, took the lights out. He says, no way. He didn't say have it your way. That's a different franchise.
So that makes him the man there now, officially.
Yeah, there's Big Mac now. Bottom 4, Brian Barton. He's loving it. Solo shot off Marshall. And he's in the vicinity of the Big Mac. You know, if it said fillet of fish, they would have had 2 eyes to take out. Barton's 4th, and the Cards complete the 3-game sweep. Still a Padre. Tim Lincecum is still a Giant. San Diego's beaten the visiting Giants 2-1 on back-to-back nights. Lincecum got a 1.45 ERA and 9 career starts against the Padres, and he gets Giles, Kuzminoff, and Gonzalez right there. He had 10 Ks, third time this season. Gonzalez almost takes Lincecum out of the game, but he'd be fine. He pitched through the 7th. Now, Heath Bell hasn't allowed an earned run this season. Well, there went that. Randy Wynn with runners on the corner, and the Giants take a 2-1 lead. Bottom 9, Tony Gwynn Jr. in San Diego. They just got him from the Brewers, and Brian Wilson has really been struggling. He walks Gwynn. Bases loaded. David Eckstein, he hits him, and Eckstein's batting .229, and that ties the game at 2. And your next batter, Scott Hairston, and oh, Brian. Hairston base hit. Gwynn Jr. scores the winning run, and the Giants have lost 7 of 8, scored only 6 runs in the last 4 games combined.
Phillies and Reds. Philly had won 4-5, but they lost to the Reds on Wednesday. Great game for Aaron Harang in that game. Top second, Phillies leading 1-0. Chase Utley with a base hit. Joe Blanton and Jimmy Rollins coming around. Phillies out to the early lead, 3-0. Top 4, it's 5-0 Phillies. Utley back for more. This time, it will leave the yard. Off Ramon Ramirez, Utley's 11th. It's 6-0 Phillies. But the Reds will come back. Bottom 5, down 6-2. Brandon Phillips. One swing of the bat. It's a 1-run game. That's off Joe Blanton. And it's 6-5 on the 3-run shot. Top 7, Phillies lead 7-5. Ryan Howard, this is a Mike Tyson shot. He hit it into Bolivian. Off Daniel Ray Herrera, well over 400 feet. Number 10 for Howard. Phillies lead 8-5. Top 8, 11-5 Phillies. Raul Ibanez. They moved him up to the 3 spot because he's been going so well, and he continues. This off Mike Lincoln, his 15th. The Phillies win 12-5 to take the series from
Swept this season, but they hadn't played the Red Sox either. Boston trying to apply the broom at Fenway. Well written. Jason Bay, 22 RBI in his last 15 games. And is it just me, or does Bay go yard in every highlight? That's powered by the Whammy Burger. And that Gonzaga coaching, Alex Rios almost had it, almost doesn't cut it. That's 11 straight home runs with runners on base. Major League record is 12. Griffey Jr. and Hank Aaron. John Lester, 17-4 at Fenway, but he struggled this season. He's going to get some defensive help. We went back to the top of the first to get Lynn to pop out to Lugo, and now we're in the second. Scudero grounds out to Euclid. Lester covers, more runners stranded, and then Lind strikes out swinging, and then Lester gets Batista, 4-6-3 double play. 11 hits, but 12 left on base for Toronto. Now, how many times do we start a highlight with a guy hitting a home run and then end it with that same guy making a memorable catch? But whenever we edit it that way, and there's Bay again. Into the wall right there. Red Sox get the 5-1 win. Lester, 6 1/3, 8 hits, 1 earned. And
Chamberlain winless in 3 home starts this season. This one wouldn't last long. Adam Jones, right off Chamberlain's leg, still gets the out at first, but after that, he was feeling the pain. Take another look at it. Just above the knee. He made the play. Trainers came out, checked him out, and he stayed in the game. For a while, anyway. 2 batters later, Aubrey Huff facing Chamberlain. That's a base hit. Nick Markakis headed around to third. And we check on Chamberlain again to see how he's doing, and he got a little hitch in his giddy up there. Tries to get over to third, and Joe Girardi had seen enough at that point. Chamberlain's night is over. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no earned runs. Girardi said, "You're asking a lot of your bullpen after your starter goes out after 2/3 of an inning." But Robinson Cano had their back in the 2-hole for the injured Johnny Damon, and into the hole in the outfield. Derek Jeter scores. Yanks up 1-0, part of a 4-run first. And then Cano again, bottom second, like a boss. His 8th of the year. He was 3 for 4 with 3 RBI, a triple shy of the cycle. And the Yankees go on to win it 7-4. That's 9 in a row now for the Yankees. And
put a doubleheader in Florida on Wednesday. Dan Uggla hit 2 home runs in that double dip, and it felt so good he just continued in this one. Going to make it a 3-1 game, 7th of the year. That off Max Scherzer. Solo shot. Bottom 7, Diamond is going to bring, look at that, Clay Zavada. Oh, he's got the Raleigh fingers, handlebar going. Stan, you ever have a mustache?
No. Okay, I lied.
All right.
I don't want to talk about it.
It didn't really count. Bonifacio and Hermida meet the mustachioed one, and that ends the inning. Now, Christian Martinez making his Major League debut, and Mark Reynolds asks him, "Are you familiar with Mahatma Gandhi?" Home run to center. Reynolds, 12th of the year. Diamondbacks take a 4-3 lead. Bottom 9, Chad Qualls. Ross Glode. Shut it down. Zavada gets the win.
Rays manager Joe Madden reportedly close to a 3-year extension in Tampa. His team close to losing 3 of a 4-game set to the A's. But Ben Zobrist says, don't worry, I got us. Man on for him in the bottom of the 9th, and he ties it at 5 with his 8th home run of the season. Carl Crawford trying to win it with 2 men on off Brad Ziegler. Here comes Diano Navarro. Not the fastest man in the world, but he's in there. And it's time to bounce in St. Petersburg. Rays come back in the 9th to win it 6-5. And Crawford able to dodge the post-game shaving cream pie, which is always critical.
Top plays. I'm going to go first. Brewers Astros. J.J. Hardy ground into Miguel Tejada. Stop, throw to first for the out. Take another look. Tejada gets the top play, but the Brewers get the win in a game that Cooper and Berkman were ejected.
Number 9 NCAA softball, Super Regional Game 1, Ohio State and Georgia. Alicia Heron with a fly ball. Lysira Daniels getting down and dirty to make the grab. Bulldogs win it 6-4.
Pretty name, pretty catch. Angels Mariners, Great Northwest. Mariners have not been great. Great play by the Angels. Beltre grounds to Ibar, flips to Kendrick. Barehanded completes the 6-4-3 double play. The Angels kicked a field goal, 1-3-0.
Number 7, Major League Lacrosse, Washington and Long Island. Matt Danowski finds Steven Berger, jukes his man, and throws it in the back of the net as he hits the ground. I don't know much about lacrosse, but that looks pretty good.
Desmond on line 1. Texas at Detroit. Rangers cannot win in the Motor City. Miguel Cabrera flying to shallow right. Ian Kinsler. How about if I just lay out? See, now I'm laying out, too. Did you get that?
I got it.
All right, good.
You're a clever man.
More from this game later.
Number 5, Nuggets and Lakers. Trevor Ariza, long and strong. Up and over Dante Jones, who tried to take the charge, but Ariza, great body control to avoid the offensive foul.
Digging in at the Conga room, but not digging the final score. More from that Washington-Long Island lacrosse game. Kevin Huntley, Washington, on the move. The fake and the score as he falls down. The Bayhawks won 14-13 in OT. What is a Bayhawk?
That guy kind of wrote him down. Number 3, Cubs and Cardinals. Ryan Friel. What a play. He's in foul ground, in the dirt, up, and in time. But the Cubs go down 3-1.
At 2, turn it up to 11, Juice.
Cleve Thomas in his tracks will measure up the throw. Here it comes to the plate, the tag, and he is out. He fires a clothesline to Sardina, and they double up Cruz.
Tigers win that game 4-3. And at number 1, Hurricanes and Penguins. Ladies and gentlemen, take your hats off for Evgeny Malkin.
And Cam Ward just lost his liquor license. What a move by Malkin.
20 years ago, the M's traded for Randy Johnson, and they gave up their ace, Mark Langston, way back when. And now Johnson's got 298 career wins and gets Kenji Jojima with the Giants up 1. They got a leadoff home run from Aaron Rowan off Jason Vargas. So Johnson had a little to work with. Gets Mike Sweeney, who got the DH start over Griffey Jr. Bottom 6, Jose Lopez, RBI single, sending Vladimir Valentin home. So the game is tied at 1. The next batter is Unieski Betancourt. He singles, and that loads the bases, and Bruce Bochy's going to come out, and Unit goes 5 1/3, 115 pitches, 6 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts, and the crowd gives him a standing O, and I just got chicken skin just seeing that. Good for Randy Johnson, and good for the crowd to recognize. Brandon Metters later in the inning. Ichiro, 2 outs, bases loaded. Pablo Sandoval comes home, force out, ends the inning. We go bottom 9, 2 outs, bases loaded. Told you Ken Griffey Jr., he did not get the start. He comes into pinch hit for Jojima with the bases loaded.
This place is going to go nuts if he comes through here. There it is, a drive to deep right center field. Going back is Rowan. He makes the catch. It doesn't leave the ballpark.
Bob Howard, he got the job done. Pat Mish, he couldn't get the job done. Giants 6th pitcher, bottom 12, bases loaded. Jose Lopez, he doesn't need it to get out. He just needs it to get over somebody's head. It does. What a ball game in Seattle. Lopez, 3 of the 4 Mariner walk-off hits this season. Seattle wins it 2-1. In Randy Johnson's return, he gets the no decision.
An interleague series against the Angels last year lit the spark to help them get to the NL Championship Series. This year, the Dodgers came in winners of 7 of their last 8 overall. Bottom first, though, scored 2 men on. Russell Martin to the wall, but Torrey Hunter was there. And that saves the run. Bottom 4, game tied at 1, 2 men on. Sean Figgins. Nice diving play. Tags third to get the runner out. That saves the run. Score remained tied at 1. So the Angels saving runs. Bottom 6, same score. Casey Blake say, let me see you go get this one. And Hunter says, okay. Saves another run from score. Top 8 now, bases loaded, still tied at 1. Remember, Angels saved all those runs, and now they'll get a couple. Figgins with a single. Russell Martin can hang on to the throw at the plate. 2-run score. Angels win it 3-1. They win for the 4th time in 5 games. And
current pitchers you'd pay to watch play. Roy Halladay has got to be tops or near the top of the list. Toronto at Atlanta. Halladay leads the major league in wins, making his first career start against the Braves. Anderson, Johnson, and Schaefer. Yeah, he's for real. Bottom 4, still scoreless. Garrett Anderson against Halladay, and to short Marco Scutaro, the throw is offline, so Anderson gets the infield hit. Your next batter is Brian McCann. He gets the base hit. The Braves get their first 2 men on in the inning, so Roy's in some trouble. Next batter, Kelly Johnson. Good game to watch. Halladay get a ground out and a fly out to end the frame. 7 innings, 6 Ks, nothing earned. Kenshin Kawakami. How about your Halladay says, yeah, you're not bad. And then Scutaro swinging, and then Aaron Hill. He's a swinger. Kawakami, 8 innings, 7 Ks, 3 hits, nothing earned. Top 9. Atlanta 1-0. Vernon Wells, Mike Gonzalez, and Wells. Line drive to third. Martin Prado bobbles it and still manages to get it over to first. Just the way he drew it up. Gonzalez gets the save. The Braves get the win. 1-0. What a ball game.
you know, they hate anything New York and Boston until they play the Yankees again. The Mets will have to do. How about this? Johan Santana against Daisuke Matsuzaka. Top 2nd scoreless, Gary Sheffield. No doubt about that one. Number 502 for his career, but the first home run in 70 innings for the Mets. Solo job, it's 1-0 New York. Top 4, Mets up 2-1. 2-on-1 out, Jeremy Reed over to second. Dustin Pedroia starts a double play, but Julio Lugo flat-footed to first, and so Reed is safe, inning still alive with 2 outs now. Omir Santos is the next batter with runners on the corners. Sheffield coming home from third. New York up 3-1. Daisuke 5 innings, 4 runs in the ball game. Next batter is Ramon Martinez with 2 on. Reed will score, and the Mets go up 4-1. How about Santana? He entered Friday with a 2.49 ERA in interleague play. That's the best in baseball. Bottom 5, Mets up 4-3. Santana hits Kevin Youkilis, and Youkilis gives Santana what? Umpire's like, come on, it's not Yankees. Everybody calm down. And then Santana, maybe he got fired up. He gets Jason Bay, gets David Ortiz for the 3rd time, and then Youkilis for a 3rd time. 7 innings of work, 8 Ks for Santana. His first win in 4 starts at Fenway as the Mets win it by 2. And the world champions, Panther Stadium. Jimmy Rollins leading off, facing A.J. Burnett. Let's get this party started right. Let's get this party started quickly. Rollins 3rd of the year. It's 1-0 Phillies. Bottom 1st, runner at first for Alex Rodriguez facing Brett Myers. That'll be good for a double. Raul Ibanez plays the ball off the wall. Johnny Damon coming around 3rd. Check out the relay throw from Rollins. Damon out by a long way. Yankees fail to score in the 1st. Top 2nd, Carlos Ruiz up with 1 on and 1 gone. 2-run shot, Ruiz's 1st of the season. His last one came in Game 3 of the World Series last year. It's 3-0 Phillies. Take another look at it. The ball comes back in after the home run, but Damon's glove does not until the fan throws it back. If that had been on the road, he might not have ever gotten it back. Top 5, 3-0 Phillies. Jason Worth at the plate. That also off Burnett. Worst 8 of the year, and it's 5-0 Phillies. And taking a look at Burnett, it's almost like he was guarding LeBron James. He knew it was gone. Burnett, 6 innings of work, 5 earned runs, all off homers. Top 7, Raul Ibanez, again, off Chin-Min Wong. That's 16 for Ibanez, tied for the lead in the National League. Phillies beat the Yankees with 4 home runs, 7-3. Phillies have won 7 of 8, all of them on the road. A-Rod, Mark Teixeira, Derek Jeter, all playing high school. Rangers and Astros, that makes me old. Bottom 6, Astros down 5-0. Lance Berkman off Derek Holland. 3-run home run, his 9th of the year. Holland 5 2/3, 3 earned runs, 4 Ks. And that did it for him. Michael Bourne, bottom 7. That'll bring Jeff Kevinger home. Game tied at 5, so they played on. As the rules dictate, they must. Top 10, Nelson Cruz. He's ready to go home. A long way the other way, off LaTroy Hawkins, solo shot 9th of the year for Cruz. Frank Francisco finished up for his 10th save of the season, and the Rangers win it 6-5. The trash can every day, but I never make it.
And he made that one on 60 Minutes, too. We didn't have that one to show.
There were some other top plays on Friday. How about John Daly, BMW Championship, par 4 15th? This is 3rd shot. I think you know where it's going. Daly with a 71. More from this event coming up later.
John looks pretty good there. At number 9, Phillies Yankees.
By John Daly standards.
A-Rod, the rope. Raul Ibanez, the throw to Jimmy Rollins. He's going to come home to Carlos Ruiz and Johnny Damon. He's not Johnny on the spot.
Number 8, Indians and Reds. Here's Johnny on the spot. It's Johnny Peralta. Anybody can do it with a glove. He does it barehanded. Nails Ramon Hernandez at first.
At 7, Magic Cavaliers. This is a mismatch. Well, what isn't guarding LeBron? That's J.J. Redick on him, and he didn't have a chance. We got more from this game later if you hadn't guessed already.
Number 6, NCAA softball, Baylor and Michigan. That's Dorian Shaw, Michigan's first baseman. She went deep 3 times. Hail to the victors. Wolverines roll 8-1.
At 5, we go back to Yankee Stadium and the Phillies there, and Mark Teixeira robbing my man from the 808, Shane Victorino. He did triple in this game, though.
What happened to the power of Poi there?
Well, he wasn't quite fast enough. He needed one more scoop of Poi, one more finger of Poi. And then Teixeira not done. He's getting Ryan Howard there to force out at second. He got the top plays, but Phillies got the win.
At number 4, Virginia shortstop Tyler Cannon. Okay, made the grab and then doubles up the runner at first. See, because the runner thought that Tyler Cannon could not make that catch. But things don't always work out the way you think. And Virginia goes on to win it 11-1 over the Heels.
Does not happen often that 2 teammates hit for the cycle in the same season, and it has already happened this season for the Minnesota Twins. Jason Kubel doing it earlier. Michael Kadire doing it Friday night. He goes homer, double, single, and then the broken bat liner down the third base line for the triple. Plus, his team got the win, and Roger in New Haven is ecstatic.
Number 2, LeBron's opening act. BMW Championship, Paul Casey's second shot on the par 4 13th. And that's an eagle. Casey at 8 under overall, current leader through 2 rounds.
Number 1, turn it up to 11, Juice. Let's hear it again.
Gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer. A miraculous shot by James.